edifice of modern India is built on the principle of equal rights, equal opportunities, and equal responsibilities for all its citizens. The equality is guaranteed by our constitution and law. This is also a part of our thinking and listening. We will all strive, and we should try to bring about that convergence where there is an equality in all respects amongst all of us. India continues to play its role as a refuge for heterodox ideas with infinite capacity to absorb dissent. Dissent does not mean disintegration. Dissent does not mean necessarily a confrontation. But in this country, because of your thought, because of your idea, no one is under threat. As a proud civilizational state, India believes in promoting tolerance, dialogue, and cooperation to deal with the challenges of our time. It was no coincidence that despite having around 200 million Muslims, the involvement of Indian citizens in the global terrorism has been incredibly low. Yet the challenge of extremism and global terrorism compels us not to lower our guards, to preserve the security and stability within our borders and also rise to the security challenges beyond. India has been leading the fight against individuals and organizations who are promoting extremism, narcotics, and terrorism. I vividly recall the terrorist attack on the Grand Mosque in Mecca in 1979, and how that incident became a turning point in the way Saudi Arabia looked at itself and the rest of the world. The attack was carried out by a handful of militants who seized the holy mosque and held the hostages for several days. The attack brought the issue of terrorism to the forefront and forced Saudi Arabia to reevaluate its security measures and foreign policy. India has also been a victim of terrorism for many decades. The country has faced numerous terrorist attacks, including the 2008 Mumbai attacks, which claimed 168 lives. India has actively been working to combat terrorism through various means, including strengthening its security apparatus, enacting new laws, and cooperating with other countries to prevent terrorist activities. However, in this war against terror, even in the face of grave provocation, India has steadfastly upheld the rule of law, rights of its citizens, and protection of human values and human rights. India is an extremely responsible power, but when the need for a hot pursuit against terrorist heavens was felt, we have gone all out to destroy terrorism in our national interest. Excellency, you have in the past rejected any attempt to associate terrorism with any nationality, civilization, or religion. I think this is the absolutely right approach. Terrorism is not linked to any religion. It is the individuals who get misguided. And probably it is the duty of the spiritual and people to see that they can belong to any religion, any faith, any belief system, any political ideology, but anyone who takes the path of violence will have to be countered as effectively and with all the tools that are possible. You have been a strong votary of the need to shun the path of conflict and supported peace. As G20 President, we ideated our slogan for the summit. And I would like to repeat and emphasize it. Our catchword for that was one earth, one family, one future. Either we stay together or we are doomed to stay together. If we have to stay together, we have to cooperate. We have got to bring about that harmony, which Your Excellency you so eloquently told. It is only with mutual trust and cooperation amongst nations, civil societies, religious groups, and people of the world that security, stability, sustainable development, and a dignified life for all citizens and the future citizens the future generations can be ensured. In the past, some nations might have fought with each other to resolve their differences. But as our Prime Minister says, this is no more an age of war. Future battles for the good of humanity will have to be fought against hunger, poverty, ignorance, and want. In today's world, with complex geopolitical challenges confronting us, religion has to become a beckoning light for the humanity to usher into an era of peace and harmony. We are fortunate, we have got many distinguished religious leaders sitting here from various pursuits and various thoughts, and I do hope that they understand the great responsibility to lead the society in these critical moments. Our differences will have to take a back seat. We will have to resolve them through dialogue and interaction and compromise. And we will have to realize that unleash the human potential and make this world a better place to live for us and our coming generations. Excellency, your visit today is an opportunity to deepen the cooperation between our two countries and then explore new avenues for partnership. I am sure that you will enjoy your stay in India and carry fond memories of the place back with you. You mentioned about some institutional arrangement that you should make to carry this message forward. We do look forward for your guidance and help in this matter. India and Saudi Arabia together can probably do a lot, and we need to further strengthen the ties between our two nations. I would once again like to express my thanks and gratitude to you, Your Excellency, for your visit. And I would also like to thank the Islamic Center for organizing this function and the Kusra Foundation for their initiative. And my thanks also to the distinguished guests and the spiritual leaders who have graced this occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, His Excellency, for your enlightening and insightful speech. Your emphasis on the importance of dialogue between civilization and the vision for a shared future has really inspired us today.
All right, viewers, NSA Doval and Muslim World League addressing a meeting right over there and saying it's a very important time, especially for the ties of India and Saudi Arabia. Muslim World League chief is also in New Delhi. Taking a very short break, much more coming up on the other side as we continue getting you top updates.